Hi Brandon, my name is Gustavo, I'm from Brazil. I'd like to show you some stuff I think you will think is interesting. Let me show this first. You see this tree? This is a Jabotikabeira. It gives us this fruit. Looks just like a grape. Sorry, just like a grape. And very sweet. It has a very juicy white gooey. I prefer to spit the seeds, but you can eat the seeds without problem. Well, here in Brazil, when we have something that we think only exists in Brazil, we used to say it's like jabuticaba. Jabuticaba is the name of those fruit. I want to show you something I think only exists in this form in Brazil. Let me see. So Brandon, this is a viola, not a vihuela. It's not a Spanish vihuela. This is a viola, a Brazilian viola. It is said that an instrument like that arrived with the Jesuits and that they play here in Brazil in the very first day when the Portuguese discovered Brazil. In the very first day, in the very first mass they made in Brazil. So the very first mass we had in Brazil was played a viola. This is a viola caipira. Caipira is a Tupi word. This is an Indian word that we took in Brazilian Portuguese. That means like a very from country. It's something like our bluegrass culture, you know. This is a modern viola. It uses steel strings. It's a string set that was made, I think, in the first half of 20th century. Before, it's more probable that they used gut strings like you used to use in your guitars. Let's see the sound. It's tuned in a tune called cebolão, big onion. It's a very classic folk tune in Brazil, in the música caipira music. It's often played using this stuff. I don't know the name. It's like a thumb pluck. I don't know. And they play something like that. Sorry, I'm very rusty. Or something like that. the viola. Why I'm showing this for you? Well, when I began to follow your channel, I like a lot of the Baroque guitar. My country have a lot of Baroque art from the Connolly era, and I love this tutor era, and I fall in love by the sound of the Baroque guitar, but I had no chance to get one, to take one in my hands. But I saw that Baroque guitar had some similar stuff with the viola. Viola, you know, have 5 curse. We say orders, 5 curse string. You see, you have doubles in the first 2 curses, and you have courses. I don't know how to speak, sorry. And you have octaves in the last 3-1. I saw, hey man, Baroque guitar have 9 strings. What happened if I don't have gut strings too, or I don't have gut frets? But I thought, what happened if I take viola acinturada? You see, this is a viola chão carreiro. It's a kind of viola who uses a body much like a classic guitar shape, but you have a more traditional, more ancient type that we said viola acinturada, or a thin waist viola. You see, thin waist, like a very, very slim woman. I said, oh, it looked like a lot with a Baroque guitar. What would happen if I change the strings from steel to nylon? So I made it. I found your video teaching about tunings, and I choose Gaspar Sanz tuning because it's a guitar tune, and I have been playing this, what I'm calling Baroque viola, for about 1 year, and I love it. I love it. Look, sorry. I'm nervous. Hey, I'm having a bad time. I'm an amateur guitar player. I'm having a bad time to find tabs to play those Baroque music. But I found some. I found a very good tablature about Gaspar Sanz music. helped me a lot, but I would like to know, I made all this video to ask you, is there any chance that you make a Baroque guitar course lessons? Would be any chance? I'd like to buy it, to learn how to play, but I will have to play with my viola barroca because it's cheaper, and I don't know any luthier that made me some original one, and I don't have the necessary cares to use gut string or gut frets or friction. I don't know how it called friction. We call we call in Portuguese cavilha. This is mechanical ones. But I said, I use it as you say. You know, it's very good, very fun. Could you please make some lessons in your channel about the Baroque guitar? And thank you so much. I love your channel. Sorry about my English. I don't think you understand me well, but thank you for all your videos. I love your videos. I'm looking forward for someday to buy a lute. That new lute you bought recently. Alright? Thank you, man. Bye.